In nomine Patri, Filii, Spiritus Sancti, Dirk Daily, Sunday Mass, Bashtards Live. It is Sunday, March 30th at 3:04. Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late. I was just tweaking my system just a wee bit. I got a little bit of an anomaly here. I got to figure, oh, it's this crap. Now I figured out what it is. There you go. Better. I feel better. How are you all today on this beautiful Sunday? It's not so great here in New York City. I was gimbal in hand. I'm on a rampage. I'm going to be doing a bunch of live streams. I figured something great out today because having gone through what I went through on Friday, with the footage being crap and the signal being junky, I'm on the AT&T network. Oh my God, eSIMs. So I downloaded an eSIM from the T-Mobile company, which has great 5G coverage all over New York City. And I might be doing that tomorrow. But basically, I'm just going to switch to the T-Mobile network on a prepaid and do a live stream that way from the streets. And it should be crystal clear and it should be in high definition. I don't have to switch carriers. I just need to switch carriers on a prepaid plan. And that's easily done with an eSIM. Silly me. I should have known better. But I figured it out, and it's all pretty cool. Now, can we talk about, is everybody talking about it? Everybody's talking about tomorrow or Tuesday or what's ever going to happen. I have a couple things to show you. And one of them is, where am I going with this? You guys pretty much know all the news that's fit to print, but has anybody seen this yet? Holy macaroni, there it is. There's the Land-Dweller. There it is. It's been leaked, completely leaked. It's all over the internet. I saw Jenny L got there first, but there's the Land-Dweller. Integrated bracelet, looks like an oyster quartz. Beautiful looking kind of 1908 style rotor. It's got that honeycomb white on silver. Looks to me to be stainless steel, obviously because of the crown, and then the platinum bezel. But look at that integrated bracelet. There it is. The Land-Dweller has a 7135 movement. It's been done. Look at that. There it is. It's here. What do you think, Dean? And oh my God. Or if you really want to go crazy, here's what I just got. You want to see something? Boom. It's real. It's Roger, and he's wearing it. There it is on his wrist. He's making a fondue or something like that. Got to be careful out there, Roger. There's people in those Swiss Alps with cameras. There it is right down there. He's wearing the Land-Dweller live because who else but him or one of the other luminaries? They're not going to give that to Leo DiCaprio. They're not going to do that. They're going to give it to him, to the king. I don't care who has the most wins. I don't care at all. It's Roger. He's the greatest. He's the GOAT. He's the best of all time. I don't care what anybody says. He's ballet on the court. And the most beautiful and generous and linguistic. And I know Novak speaks more languages, but he's nowhere near as likable. And look at that. And he certainly is. What is he wearing now? Hublot. Look at that. Look how, listen, Roger being as a lean gazelle that he is, that watch suits him so beautifully. Look how elegant. I mean, it's a daintier Rolex, isn't it? It's super thin. It's super dressy. Would look great now. Going to the theater or a premiere or something like that. And look at him with just a crisp sweatshirt on, enjoying some fondue, some Swiss cuisine. And as Roger, he's just the GOAT, man. Look at this guy. He's just, who's better than Federer? Look at him wearing that watch. Incredible. I don't know if anybody's got that, but I got it. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. But the Land-Dweller, let's take a look at this thing. Let's take a look. I mean, I guess this is the biggest news that they're going to do because everything else is going to be iteration. They're talking about maybe putting lugs on Milgauss. All right, big deal. But there it is. Look at this thing. It's pretty damn cool. I mean, it's an oyster quartz, right? It's an oyster quartz. Look at that bracelet, though. Oosh, oosh. That is pretty elegant. You know me, I'm not the biggest. I'm an Omega cat, but man, that is beautiful. Yeah, incredible. Dean says, multi-millionaire. You giving me a hard time, streamer? Why would you give me a hard time, streamer? Multi-millionaire eating soup. It's not soup. It's fondue. It's fondue. Anyway, fantastic news, right, from the Rolex people. I think it's very cool. I think they needed a watch like that. Don't you? And then we could shop for Rolex, which we're not going to do. I mean, we'll all find out. It's all going to come out tomorrow, whatever the big news is, any of that stuff. And my system's acting like, what the? It's doing it again. Doing it again. I don't know. I might be on the verge of a Mac Mini any day now because this thing is really starting to get stupid on me. But Daniel Gutierrez is in at number 1. Daniel Gutierrez, he got his song of the day. Daniel, I can't stress enough what a great basher you've been through thick and thin, through all kinds of weather. Through all kinds of weather, you've been one of the best bashers there is. Thank you so much. You deserve it. You haven't been there in a while. Have not been number 1 in a while, but number 1 in our hearts. Ray is here. Number 2 will do. Very trippy gathering, man. Very trippy indeed. Looking great. Our beautiful Melly C is here. Happy Sunday, Father Dirk and all the bashers. May you all have a blessed day. Congratulations, Daniel. That's how the bashers work. Beautiful people. It's Sunday Mass. Let's be inspired. Andrew Wolkowicz, Canadian, $5. Love the imagery. Everything happens for a reason. Be kind. Yeah, I had 2 thumbnails that I was working on, and then I went with a more Gaudi approach. Because the other one I had was kind of I'll show you the other one. I could do that. Did I create it? I might have. I sometimes I'll work on thumbnails for the show, which believe it or not is a huge part of what I do here. I try to make it the best one I can. I don't think I ever finalized this thing. I didn't. Or did I? No, I didn't. But I had a really cool one, but it was so light and bright and white, I didn't think it was going to work. I was going to do with the stream, with the T-Mobile network thing, I was going to do the pizza thing today, but my friend Chris said, I can't do it today. I'm so sorry. And I want to include him because I think you'll like this guy a lot. He's a neighbor and a friend of mine. He's a nerdy computer guy. He's a music guy, but he's also a pizza expert, probably more so than I am, because I don't go around. I'm not Dave Portnoy. I don't go around one bite. You guys know the rules. I don't do that. I like what I like, and if somebody turns me on to something great, this guy goes out and hunts, does 4 or 5 different slices a day, and he doesn't have a YouTube channel, which is amazing. Anyway, let's give you a big bang boom. This is the Andrew Wolkowicz gong. It's all his only. And he also says, congratulations to Daniel Gutierrez. You deserve it. And our very own Julian says, strongest minds are often those whom the noisy world hears least. Well, that's true. My father used to say, squeaky wheels get the most oil. He used to say that all the time, and I never knew what that meant until I got older, and then I went, oh, now I get what you mean. How many undervalue the power of simplicity, but it is the real key to the heart. Well, some of the greatest designs, some of the greatest things in the world. Joe LaFaro Glass, Drew B. Coffee. Cheers, bashers. That is a tasty treat, I gotta say. If you like coffee the way I like coffee, and it's a kind of a disease of sorts. The simplicity is the greatest designs, the greatest. Listen, I know it's not really up Julian's street or his alley, but if you listen to, in my world, I'm not going to talk about, Beethoven, Bach, Chopin, Liszt, and the list goes on and on. But in my contemporary world, or the contemporaries right before me, some of the best music was, even though I'm a Queen fan and they threw the kitchen sink in, sometimes Freddie Mercury's voice with the piano was more than enough. But the Beatles records, look what they had. The early records are just as good as the latter records. And, it's just a couple of guys in the room. Amazing stuff. And I wanted to talk about for a minute. I saw an article yesterday. I think showed it to me. Holy macaroni. Bernard Purdie, the very famous Purdie Shuffle guy, claimed that he played drums on all the Beatles records. I mean, what kind of a lunacy is that? Here's a guy that is considered one of the greatest drummers. There's a beat named after him. Even that Rosanna thing, that in the middle and the that whole Rosanna thing, that's the Purdie Shuffle done by Jeff Porcaro. Everybody's done their own version of that. But what a stupid thing to say. That's why would you want to say that you played on all the Beatles records when we all know we've actually seen Ringo playing? Not that anyone ever doubted that, but we've all seen, there's so much footage of them in the recording studio making those records. It's a very stupid thing to do, and I don't know why he did it. I don't know why. And this could be old news, and I just found out. Anyway, it's very stupid. Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origins from emotion recollected in tranquility. Wow, that's beautiful. It took me a long time to come around to poetry, even though I write lyrics. I'm not saying it's poetry. It's not. Lyrics, I think, is a different thing, but some people's lyrics are better than others. But poetry in itself, as a form, as a standalone, took me a while to not I don't know, resent it or just felt, who can't do that? Well, turns out most people can't. That's the stupidity of youth, I guess. But it's true. Poetry is incredible. We have within ourselves enough to fill the present day with joy and overspread the future years with hope. Yeah, well, let's hope we have that now. Stuff's a little rough right now. The edges are rough. Things are bad for a lot of people. People are afraid to do things. I don't know how many people are going to jump on that next new thing. And, it's almost now it's getting to the point where people have to be so careful with how they spend money that luxury items and things like great guitars or watches or whatever you get seems almost like a frivolous thing to do. So, yeah, it's true. Let's overspread the future years with hope. Let's find a commonality. With an eye made quiet by the power of harmony and the deep power of joy, we see into the life of things. Oh, that's beautiful. Harmony is my favorite part of music. And I know this is metaphorical. I understand where you're coming with it. But for me, like, I love like all the doo-wop stuff, and I love that great sound from the 40s and 50s. And then, of course, when all the soul stuff started coming in, we started hearing harmonies like we never heard before, and harmony groups like Queen and the Beatles and the Eagles and all those great groups that employed that. Not Frankie Valli and that stuff. I like that stuff, but I don't like Frankie Valli's voice. I've never been a fan of that guy. That I never liked that. It's irritating. But and I don't like that pentatonic stuff that's very popular right now, or was popular. I'm probably a couple of years behind the beat because it's been manipulated. It's been auto-tuned to be perfect, and that's not what harmony is. Harmony is frequencies that blend well together, and when everything's absolutely perfect, they kind of cancel each other out, and it just sounds flat and weird. And the human heart, which does not vibrate exactly the same way every single beat, it is a human, moving, living thing, and that's what music should be. And once you flatten it all out and you make it perfect, it's no longer the natural vibration of the universe, because that just fluctuates. So yeah, I agree. Renaissance. Burn all the statues and their shelves. They stir us up against our kind, and worst, against ourselves. Wow. What's the religion that's not allowed to have statuary? Because mine has tons of it. Who is it? Is it Protestants can't have statues? They do, right? I know one of them's not allowed to have that. It's considered false gods. Iconry is not allowed in some religions. Which one is that, Bash? Just educate me if you don't mind. But what a shame if we didn't have all those statues, right? I know he's being facetious here. Because God, some of the greatest art in the whole wide world's there. And it's, thank God for it. The Pietà, imagine if the Pietà didn't exist. Has anyone ever seen the Pietà in person? It's absolutely mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Incredible. My favorite part of sculpture is when you see like somebody like Michelangelo or one of Bernini, one of the great ones, do the veiled faces. How in the world are they able to capture a face with a veil over it? Paper thin, the illusion of it being, it's one piece of stone, yet it does look like an overlay of a transparency. That is mind-blowing to me. Who's doing that now? Anybody? Dave Fahrenheit 451, he upvoted, hey, Bubby, great to see you in the room. Look who got in there. Daniel Gutierrez is number one. Thank you, Dirkus, for the Basher of the Day song. That was quick. Yeah, I was right in front of I had posted the thing. I posted it late because yesterday we had brunch with my friend Corey, and it was a late one. Not like late. We were out drinking. We weren't at all. We were just hanging out and talking, and we wound up not getting home till about 11 o'clock at night. So, and I was tired. It was just a long day, and there was a lot of walking. We went to Brooklyn. And if anybody who's a New Yorker, not from Brooklyn is a very confusing place. I don't know the subway systems there, etc. So there was a lot of walking. So we definitely got our steps in yesterday. And by the time I got home, we started watching something, and I just dozed off. So I wasn't able to get the thumbnail up till this morning, and you got it right away. And I was like, oh, okay, Basher Day. Then I looked to see what you've gotten so far, and you hadn't gotten that. So Daniel, you're the best. Thanks so much. And Push Stuttgart is here in the room. Good day, Bashers. Good day, Bashers. I mean, what a weird note choice. It's amazing, though. Proust Stuttgart to you. And Mr. Kevin Landon, upvoted number 8 today. Happy Sunday Mass to Dirk and all the Bashers. We'll catch the replay after work. Remember to know when to hold them, when to fold them, and when to walk away, and when to run. Those are the immortal words of Kenny Rogers. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. Kenny Rogers, man. I can't believe that guy's gone. He just seems so youthful to me forever and ever and ever. Love Kenny Rogers. Steve Zaliski's in the room. Beautiful. Hey, baby. Look at that beautiful puppy. Happy Sunday, Dirk. And all was laughing at the Rolex Land-Dweller for sale. Oh, was there one for sale? Oh my God, on UK Chrono 24 before it even officially exists. What I'm going to find most interesting is what's the price point? So it's a stainless steel watch. And no, I am not a watch channel. But listen, man, I've got my little niche in the watch world, and this is not a dedicated watch show. Obviously, I started out kind of sort of in that world. And yeah, I can roll with a lot of guys in terms of like watch stuff, but it isn't. That's a fact. But it's fun. That's something we all enjoy very, very much. I love watches, but I don't love them in such a way that I think that there's far better shows out there that cover all that stuff, that they're dedicated to that kind of thing. I just don't think my offering would be, unless you guys want to just do Omega references and do the Omega crazy spinning wheel of ridiculous 300.10. 49, like that crap, because for some weird ass reason I latched onto that a long time ago, and it's a party trick. But the rest of it is just, I'm just an amateur admirer, and yes, I love stuff, and I love the way that watch looks on Roger Federer. Looks amazing. That's funny though that somebody's selling it. Hello, Dirk and all the Bashes. Congratulations, Daniel Gutierrez, #1 today. It's Mart and Bronson. Hey kids. Dean says, Daniel, how on earth did that happen? Normally you are unpunctual. Hey, man, the early bird caught the worm today. And I got up really early today. I got up about 7 o'clock in the morning. And because I had good night's sleep, I fell asleep probably like 11 o'clock, which never happens for me. I guess my body just said, shut off, shut down. Daniel Gutierrez says, Dean, are you late for Sunday Mass? See you soon. He always arrives early. And Carolyn Marison, the girl with the wrench, is in here. Look at her with her beautiful, beautiful watch on a stump. Look at that. That's really beautiful. What a great way to display that watch you waited so very long for. You should get the Land-Dweller first. People like her that have been on the wait list for so many items and have purchased them. Her history is incredible. I mean, who's going to get that? It's funny, though. It's not even that watch. It's like putting out it's an Oyster Perpetual. It's not. What does it have? It's not it's not a new Daytona or a new GMT Master. It's kind of like it's not like a big marquee watch, but everybody will take whatever Rolex gives them, which is really nuts. Andrew Wolkowicz, hello everyone. Hope you're all ready to bash. Ready to bash. Here we are. Scotty H. They call him Scotty H. You should look up a song called 11 by Del Bello. It's a great song. It's haunting. It's mysterious. It's so you. Scotty H in the room. Oh, you're not. I did the wrong song. You're Scotty H, not Scotty Love. Sorry about that, pals. Panel power. Evening to you, buddy boy. How are you? Great to see you in the room. And Andy M, the man with the most. Good evening, Father Dirk. Wishing you and yours only good things. Let's go get that. Only good things coming from Andy M. And the beautiful Melly C and the Mork and the Mindy. You guys rule our world. Thank you so much. Great to see you in here. Let me catch up to where I left off, and I'll leave that up there. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne is here. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Hey, Kevin. Great to see you. You were Basher of the Day a couple days ago. And Donald. Hey, Donald. Great to see you. Happy Sunday. Dirk's not at church again. Shit. It's really hard to run a show. It's really, really hard. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Look at this. I did it again. How did I do that? Hold on. I'm going to fix that for you right now. I just didn't even think of it. Settings, virtual background. Let's do this one. Boom. There you go. Sorry, Kat. Thanks for reminding me because I totally messed it up. It happens when you've got other audio things and lighting things happening. And also, I was working on that eSIM thing and I was like, oh, Eureka. I can actually do a show in the city and have great coverage with a prepaid plan. I can just I downloaded the T-Mobile SIM and I bought a $50 monthly a package for 1 month, and I have a month to go unlimited prowl around the city using the T-Mobile network. How cool is that? I'm very excited, and I hope you are too. And I'll be doing that this week, 100%. Maybe tomorrow, who knows? But we're in church now, and thank you for reminding me. Very, very, very simple to just swap it out. Joe LaFaro's here. Hey, man, enjoying one of your beautiful glasses? The small one. The other one was enormous. That's for like a big spritz or something. But thank you, sir. And my Drew B coffee. And DM says, at Dean, what WFH is the norm now? I don't know what that means. WFH. I'm so bad at those acronyms. It's overcast and we had freezing rain last night. Well, look where you live. You live in the tundra. Andy M. Lazy pressed a button. That's so funny. Andrew likes the look of it. It's a beautiful watch. It's a beautiful watch. I'm going to guess that the retail price on that thing is going to be $11,980. Just give it a weird number. What do you guys think? I think it's going to be over 10 because it's got a platinum bezel on it. What do you think? I think so. Roger Time says, Carolyn Martin, we're both big fans. It's a date just with the wrong name on it, but it's so thin and it's got an integrated bracelet. It almost has a chemin de fer. It's got a seconds track and it's angled. It's kind of like a 45-degree angle. It's definitely design. It's a new design, but it does look like the oyster quartz. I mean, it really and truly does. Carolyn Martin upvoted. Please upvote. It's right down there if you can, if you like the show. Just hit the upvote button. It just helps the show out immeasurably. You have no idea. The youth of today. Dean says it's Chinese now. Oh, but they're coming. I'm sure somebody made a trip over to Rolex as an emissary for some kind of company and already got the specs of it. It's definitely coming. Hey, buddy, yo! Great to see you in the room. He upvoted. Thank you so much, buddy. Hell, great to see you in the room. Soup. Dave Fitzsimons. It's a Land-Dweller, probably with 300 meter water resistance. Yeah, well, we don't have the specs on all that stuff yet, but it's coming this way. Have I had too much to drink? Dirk looks blurry. Do I look blurry? I don't think so. Let's see. Do I need to do a big clean of the lens? Hold on. I don't know. Does that help in any way, shape, or form? Yeah. I always clean the lens right before I do the show. How is Father Paul Stanley doing? He's starting his whole new rock and roll church. So the latest news from Paul and Jean is we're getting back together after their big final concert in December of 2023. And they never said, to be fair, they never said they would never play again. They said they would never tour again. So we're going to get together in Las Vegas, the MGM Grand, for the 50th anniversary of the Kiss Army. And it's going to be really great. We're going to have Tommy Thayer there, and we're going to have possible other creatures of the night, Eric Singer, of course, and maybe those two knuckleheads, Ace and Peter. But don't count on it. That's what's going to happen with those boys. They're going to be around. They're going to do a full set. I think they're doing it without makeup. I think the makeup is done. We've done it, been there, done that. If you can't get it with Gibson and the Marshall, you just can't get it unless somebody's paying you to play something else. Carolyn, I think his lens... Really? Was it blurry? It's not blurry now, though, right? Is it not blurry now? Let me see what you guys say. It's not April Fool's. That's tomorrow. I watched the Alto Nights today, Robert De Niro movie at the cinema. I don't know what the Alto Nights is, Dean. You went to the cinema. You went there, huh? The Alto Nights. Listen, I started watching the Unbearable The Nicolas Cage movie. I know it's old; it's a couple of years old, where he plays himself. And Nicolas Cage makes like 60 movies a year, but he just makes fun of himself throughout this whole thing. I only got about 20 minutes or half an hour through it because I was watching. I had some other things I had to do, but it looked to be very funny. I feel like Robert De Niro, like he's just making as many movies as he can to just put the money in the bank for, I guess, for his late show. His late show is that he got remarried very, very late in life and had a lot of kids, kind of like Alec Baldwin. But is it good? Is it good? Is it good? I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. Luxury items, rent, food bills covered before the due date. Yeah, good times. Yeah, I mean, that's really kind of what everybody's doing right now, making sure they have rent, food. Eggs are still $14, $15, $16 here in New York City for a dozen eggs. Um, Trader Joe's, which is kind of like a organic-y discount market here. It's owned by Aldi. It always wasn't. It wasn't always. But that's the place I used to get my eggs because they have like the really great brown eggs with the very yellow yolks, and it's organic, and they don't even have eggs now. They're not selling them. They said, we can't get them to you for less than $14. So until we can get them at a lower price, we're not even going to bring them to you. And then the fancy market in my neighborhood has them for $16.99 for a dozen eggs. I don't know. It's about Islam. Is that what that movie's about? The Alto Nights, Le Carré, and Melly C. You're both saying that. Okay, it's interesting. I don't know anything about that. I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Luo Li Rong is currently the best sculptor making those statues. Oh, is that right? Le Carré, beautiful. Beautiful. Danny Gutierrez, thank you for the kind words. Dirk Basherdirk here. Indeed, you are. Sporting the Speedy in the right of the subby of the left. In the right, in the subby on the left-hand side. I'm wearing my Millie today just because we did some Rolex news. And, I've been wearing my Snoopy all week. I've been wearing my Charlie Brown all week. I've been wearing I think I wore my Charlie Brown for like 3 days in a row. I just was loving how light it is, and I just love the way it looks. But for the Rolex news, I thought it'd be fun to wear the Millie. Dave Fitzsimon's crazy. It should be 300 meters sand-proof because it's a lander. That's true. I mean, listen, we're going to find... Listen, Rolex doesn't make watches that aren't waterproof, right? I mean, they just don't. It's going to have a screw-down crown and all that stuff. And it's got an open case back. So look at Rolex. Eventually, I guess all of their watches, even though that craze is kind of over. You know, Mega started doing it, and then they stopped kind of doing it, and Panerai, and everybody's kind of like backing off. But maybe Rolex is going to be the people that are doing that now. I don't know. It's interesting, but I got to say, they're doing a beautiful job because it looks great. It definitely looks great. And, you know, Rolex is not famous for, you know, Cote de Genève, you know, they're just not. They've always had closed back cases, but you take them out, they're cool looking. They're not highly finished. They're not Lange, Zona, or any of the fancy brands like that. Patek or Audemars Piguet. Those are, you look at those things. I mean, to me, you know what I think. I think the 321 is the most beautiful movement ever made, and it doesn't have all that crap on it. It just doesn't. Daniel, you are not even here. Yes, he is. Daniel, you were in that plastic moon swatch. Is that your problem? No, but where's your boyfriend? Is he not in the room today? Two and done, Speedy and Subby, right? It's a perfect combination of stuff. She's having a laugh. Carolyn Martin, can we do a small fundraiser? Yes, we can. Okay, hold on. Let me get this back up. Hold on. Let me get rid of Roger because he's still on my screen because I love looking at Roger wearing that thing. Hold on a moment. Okay, gonna find you. Ready for this? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, Carolyn Martin, $4.99. Can we do a small fundraiser to name my new puppy? $2 or more super chats, and you get your name choice in the hat. Oh, you're funny. But anyway, so, you know, lover of animals, maker of pens, Rolex Queen, GMT Master 2 Queen, well, GMT Master Queen. Her heart got taken by a puppy, and she adopted it from another state. And are you ready for this? Where is it? Here you go. This is her new puppy. Can I just blow this up? Why are you not blowing up? Hold on a second. I don't want to see all my chats in the room. Hold on. Why are you doing that? I want to just see the picture. Settings. No. It's not acting nice to me today. Share my screen. Window. That's not it. Entire screen. There it goes. That's what I want. There you go. But I don't want this. Oh my God. What are you doing? What happened here? I got stuck here. I'll have to quit that. There it goes. Hold on. Wow, my computer's acting really stupid today. I'm sorry about that, good boys and girls. Wow, it was acting really dumb. I'm going to get this picture up for you in a half a second. In a jiffy. Just in a jiffy. There it is. Oh, it wants to just keep on taking over my screen. Holy macaroni. Why you do this to me? Wow. Okay, I'll get it. Carolyn, do me a favor. Send me that picture in an email if you could. Because when I pull up my iMessage, it goes full screen and it actually blocks out my whole thing. I don't know what that's about. Maybe because I was doing some setting changes earlier and that's what happened. Please send me to Basherdirk@gmail.com. There it goes again. I am pulling this out and it's not working. Maybe I have to Option Escape, Control Escape. Oh, I got it. Jesus Christ, what he did. You might not have to do that after all. So I'm going to pop this picture up. God, just for the picture, right? And then I'm going to get rid of you. There it goes. I got it now. Thank you. Thank you so much. Here we go. Let us share the screen of this beautiful puppy. This is Carolyn Martin's new puppy, and she needs a name. Look at this beautiful thing. Oh, my God. So any of you people who want to help us out, she said, let's get the Bashers to name this beautiful puppy. Can you believe how gorgeous that is? Oh my God. It's just love in a black and white package, all comfy and cozy. Coming to, I don't know if has she arrived at your home yet? What a beautiful baby cat, beautiful baby dog. Amazing. What are you guys thinking? Let me see what your comments are. You got names? There you go. Patch. Dean says Patch. Andy Dunn. She needs a name. So she wants to know if everybody can get in on that. What a beautiful puppy, huh? Well, congratulations, Carolyn. You deserve it. Well, what's better than a puppy or a kitty? I mean, so much learning to do, so many things, so many adventures you'll have together. Beautiful. She arrives tomorrow. Beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Where are the names, guys? Come on, where are the names? You got names for this beautiful Patch? That's one. Petey, but that's for Petey would be cute for a girl though. Petey's from the Argan comedy. Everybody's too young to know what that is. Spanky and Alfalfa and all that stuff. I don't know. I like people names. I'm crazy like that. Hey, Nathaniel Hannon is here. I just got here late. $10. Thanks. I vote Roxanne. Roxanne. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. And he just got his beautiful Gizmo, which we featured on the show the other day. His beautiful Gizmo. Oh, Tracy Farrar says Gracie. That's a beautiful, beautiful name. It's a beautiful, beautiful name. And I know why, because Tracy shared with me her beautiful pup who's no longer with us, and that beautiful puppy's name was Gracie. So I get it, and that's so beautiful. Carolyn Martin says, Roxanne is insanely good. Yeah. Joe LaFaro remembers Petey. Yeah, because you and me. I think we're in the same boat there, Paleo of mine. Unbelievable. Yeah, Andrew Olkovich says reminds me of Petey from the Little Rascals. How about Rascals? That's a good name too. That's a very good name. So let's give Andrew Wolkovich his big bang boom for that. Carolyn says thank you so much, and Nathaniel Hannon, and then I'm gonna pull up the picture you sent me of Gizmo. Let me just give you a big bang boom for that. And Scotty H, Taco. That's a cute name, Lord H. Oh, thank you. Let's go with that's $10. Let's go with the monks. I never do the monks anymore. Okay, so let me entertain you. Let me go find this. Let me go to my. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this and have it not get mad at me. Okay, ready for this? For those of you who weren't here the other day, this is Gizmo. This is Nathaniel's new best friend in the whole wide world, and we're so happy. We're so happy that he's in your life. It's Gizmo. Look at this beautiful baby. Look at you. Oh my God. I told you that, he says, what is it? Ragdoll, living in a movie. I say Siamese because I think the eye color is blue. Blue. What a beautiful baby. You guys, how cute are you? You guys with your puppies and your kittens. I'm not in the market until I'm, where. Can't do it. It would be like bringing a puppy into the concentration camp where I live. So until that's all said and done, I'm not going to expose a beautiful new creature to my world. That's Gizmo. For those of you who weren't here the other day to see Gizmo, and then we'll go back to, hold on. Now I'm going to have Ragdoll by Aerosmith stuck in my head. I'm not a big Aerosmith guy, but, I get why people are, and that's fine. I saw somebody did a big band and swing version of that song, and it was terrific. It was the Postmodern Jukebox. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but it's fantastic. So here it is. Here's the child of the hour. If you got a great name, Gizmo is very, very handsome. Indeed, Gizmo is very handsome. There we go. Here we go. And there's the beautiful, maybe Roxanne, maybe Petey. Beautiful baby that's going to grace her beautiful life tomorrow. And congratulations. You so deserve it. You so deserve it. Could be Taco. Roxanne. Come on, that's all the names you guys have. Come on. I'm not going to do it because, that's not fair for me to, like when we named Laverne after Paul's cousin, who had a male cat named Vern, and we just thought the name was so great, we just decided to go with Laverne because she was a girl, and that's fine. I like Rascal. I think Rascal's very cute. Sugar. I love that. Sugar. That's a very cute name, Joe. I gotta say that I do like that. I mean, it's tough to pick a name, right? I don't know how people name their kids. Domino. That's a very good name, Tracy. Domino. They're all good names because she's white and sweet. Oh, that's so nice. What a baby. Oh, God. These are all good names. I'm sure she's going to care. Congratulations, Nathaniel. Yeah. Isn't it so great? The greatest love of his life. He's so lucky. That's what you want to do. I'm writing them down and putting them in a hat. Are you really going to do it that way? I like this. Julian says Peggy or Lady from Lady and the Tramp, which of course is the incomparable Peggy Lee. I know that. You know that. And I know that. I was listening to Peggy Lee all day yesterday. Carolyn Martin says, yep. Hey, Fergal's in the room. Yes, the other day somebody was saying, is that a real name? I was like, yeah, it's a real name. People didn't know that was a real name. How did people not know that? Because I was mentioning you on my show. I'm Irish. We know lots of Fergals, right? To be fair, I guess if you're not Irish, you don't know, or I guess from Scotland, right? You wouldn't know because that's where the Fergals are, right? Oh, look at that. Zouk for zucchero. Zucchero is a great name. That means sugar in Italian. And of course, Zucchero did that famous duet with Pavarotti. I recorded it. I sent it to Dean, I think. I sent it to one of you guys the other day. Zucchero, great Italian word for sugar. Bruce. I had a cat named Bruce, Ray Ray, and he was a cat I never touched. I had him for 18 years. I rescued him. Rose and I rescued him from a building site, and we got all of his brothers and sisters' homes, and we couldn't get this guy. And by the time I got to him, he was so feral. He lived in this corner of my studio. He had like a little cat condominium, and he'd come out and he'd sit on my desk and stare at me, and he'd go back. He never let me touch him once. Never once. He'd look out the window, and that was just it. And he left me about 4 or 5 years ago, and he was 18. Unreal. I like the name Bruce. I always thought I like people names for but I'm not gonna try to influence anybody about the pictures and what I think, etc., etc., etc. It's unnecessary, because she proposed it to the bashers, and that's fine. Anyway, speaking of bashers, let me go pull up the Gallery of Bastards, because of course I had to close the window out because my thing was acting really stupid. Let's see. If you've got anything you want me to see, my friends, send me an email to basherdirk@gmail.com. That is basherdirk@gmail.com. Let me put that up on the screen. And you can send me your shots, the sublime, the obscure, or the absurd, or whatever I said in that music song. I don't remember which one I said. I think Emmett wrote it one way, and I think I sang it the other way. I think I went, the absurd. I don't know. It's unintelligible, as a lot of rock music is. Lyrics are not always, oh my God, Mabel. Oh my God. That's a great name, Mabel. Joe LaFaro, $4.99 for puppy names. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Thank you, Joe LaFaro. Let me give you big bang booms. I don't want to miss anybody on that. Let's go, cowboy. And for you, we'll do the other cowbell. Steve Mac 3. Hey, speaking of Scottish fellas, I always thought Nuala would be a great name for a puppy. Nuala, it's a very interesting name. I like old-fashioned names like Penelope or Gwyneth or Constance. There's funny about names, though, how names are so cyclical. Like when I was a kid, everybody was James, Mary, Joseph, Michael, Sharon, and then the Jennifers came along, and then everyone was Liam and all these odd names. And then I know a lot of Irish people, so they started going crazy with the Irish names, the classic Irish names. But I think if you look at the top names now, the Bandit, of course, that's a classic dog name, JHB. Classic. And look at the mask. Totally looks like that. Totally. Look at Dougal. That's a great name, right? Nuala is very regal. It does sounds like some kind of queen, right? Let me see, what are the top baby names? Or let's see what the top puppy names are. Let's go look at that. What great content this is today. Max. It's always been Max. The American Kennel Club. I don't know if that helps at all in any way, shape, or form. Let's take a look at this one. What to name your puppy? Of course, this is going to be some stupid. Accept all cookies. No, I don't want to watch a video. Go away. Stop playing. Cute. Okay, so these are the top names. Trending names. Travis, Ken. That's hilarious. Alan, Loki, Thor, Simba, Bruno. I like Bruno. Bruna, Rocket, or Groot. I don't know what those names are. Elsa for the girls. Bella, Stella, Quinn, Sophie. That's my nephew's name, so that won't work. Ivy. That's cute. I love that name. Charlie, Aurora, Avery, and Lila. Top boy dogs names. Max, Charlie, Cooper, Teddy, Milo, Ollie, Bear, Rocky, Finn, and Leo. Look at that guy. And the top girls' names are Luna, Bella, Daisy, Maggie, Willow, Lucy, Bailey, Rosie, Sadie, and Lola. So some of those were on there, and some of them were not. The half a Zorro mask. I agree. Andy M says half a Zorro mask. Zoe or Ro. That's great. Gotta say, I kind of like Mabel or Maybell. Right? Big Mama Maybell, I am a Big Mama Maybell. my guitar player, Vinny's a big African American fella, and he would always tell me when, like, because I'm so white, and this guy can do every kind of music, and rock music, soul music, blues music. He's amazing, and we'd be working on harmonies and be like, where that gravy? Where the gravy? I'm like, where's the gravy? He's like, exactly. It's not where's the gravy, it's where that gravy. He always used to say, like, Big Mama Maybelle, all these great singers, they put that, all this, and now to this day, he goes, I want to smell the bacon frying. I want to, it's amazing stuff that, like, just some people can't do. And, when, like, walls of blackness, we always say when we hear great background harmony vocals, it's true. It's not like a racial thing. It's just the different kind of vocals, different skill set. Like when you hear amazing Arabic music, different scales, different keys. So many great contributors to the music scene. But that's funny. We used to talk about Big Mama Maybelle all the time because nobody put the gravy out like she did. Holy macaroni, amazing stuff. Amazing. Lola, I met her is it Kokomo? Is that what the lyric? I met her on a dock down in Kokomo. I never knew that was a lyric. I thought it was Old Soho. I never met her on a dock down in Old Soho. But is it Kokomo where we drink champagne and it tastes just like cherry cola? Amazing. How do you say this? Ricey, a Celtic, I don't know this word, for free spirit or the wind. Or is it Resi? How do you say that? What's the correct? Give me the phonetics on that, because, not so easy. And Daniel Gutierrez says, Pericles, whiskey, Pericles. Oh, is it Pericles? How do you say that? Anyway, it's time for the Gallery of Bastards. We're going to start out with our very own Melly C right after these kind words from our sponsor.
The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with
the world. The first out of the gate today is from Sharon. I love how you're doing this these days. Life is not about being rich, being popular, being highly educated, or being perfect. It's about being real, humble, and kind. Hear to you, my wonderful Melly C. And I think what you deserve for that is some balloons. Thank you, dearest one. Very kind of you. And then I think you sent us some naughty stuff. Let me get rid of the balloons now. I could keep them on. It would be funny. Balloons. Balloon is a great word, isn't it? Balloons. So here is my naughty friends, otherwise known as the incomparable Mork and Mindy, live on iBashers. Look at this. This is kind of an essay on cat socialization. She's at the window standing guard while he has a nap on the purple blanket. Great shot. I love how the blinds are tilted and they're reflecting on him. Amazing. Oh, look at Mork. He looks very, very, very stately there, doesn't he? Amazing. Beautiful boy. You're a beautiful boy. Oh, look at him. Getting all the maximum sunshine available to him, and he deserves it all. Look at that. You're a beautiful boy. That's hilarious, that shot. That should be their portraiture. Oh, now look at her. Listen, we all know how beautiful Mindy is. But sometimes you just catch her in her absolute most beautiful. Her markings are so perfect. Her perfect little Renaissance bib. Oh, pretty lady. Hi, Mindy. I know you're a devil, but we love you. Who is she less of a devil to? Is she less of a devil to you or to Andy? Oh, and I know he's a big old softy. I know that. What a pretty boy. Oh, look at this ominous shot. Wow. She looks like an apparition. What is going on up there? Do you have some kind of altar? you have like a Buddhist altar or something? What is that beautifulness at the top of that? Some kind of like an incense decanter, or is that light thing that I already said I loved? Wow. Yeah, Mork is a master, Joe. He really is. Oh, look at this beautiful boy. He's a scrunchie, though. She's not, from what we've been told. But who is she the scrunchiest to? Is she scrunchier to Andy or Melly? Which one? You're a beauty, boy. Look at you. Beautiful. Oh, there it is. Now I can see. Yeah, you said it was a light fixture. It's beautiful. It's a lamp. Oh, she's more scrunchy to you, Melly. See? Oh, that's good. Yeah, I love that thing. It's beautiful. Look, she looks like such a princess. She's being such a good girl right now. The Mork and Mindy show. Thank you, guys. Yeah, look at that. He does look like a master, right? I know she's the devil, but we love her. I love a devilish cat. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love a devilish cat? Andrew Wolkowicz, like an old marriage, the bickering and the complaining. She's mostly blind, but still looks at him as she sleeps. Oh, my goodness gracious, Andrew. What are we going to be? Oh, she's almost blind. By the way, I just saw that the oldest cat in the world, they say, is 30 years old. I think you have that beat. You need to call Guinness. I think if you want the intrusion, which you probably do not. Oh, look at that. Oh, beautiful lady. She's trying to find her comfort spot when they do the walk around, then they mess everything up, then they walk around, they spin around until they make it perfect, then they get up again. It's such a funny thing that cats do. I know what she's up to right now. There's her spot. She found it. Ray says it's like fleece, but it's Reese. Gotcha. I never heard that word before. Reese. Yes, kids. Thank you, Andrew. He's got the knack. He knows how he keeps. It's amazing. I wished I had had many, many more years with my beautiful girl. And here is the art of Julian, ladies and gentlemen. 10 more pieces for us he's sharing with us today. Thank you so much, Julian. Look at this azure beautifulness. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Ooh, 24. The colors there are mesmerizing. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Is like a little ram on the bottom? Oh, no, it's not. It's a griffin. Like it's a Venetian griffin at the bottom. Look at that. It's the symbol of Venice. How crazy is that? Oh, this is great, Julian. Look at this cat sitting on this chair, this derelict chair. Where are we and how is that? Did you put the cat on there? It looks like a electricity box, a service box, and yet there's a magazine and a cat. But I wonder if you put that there. But you did a pretty good job. It looks pretty amazing. Oh, this is amazing. Well, now here we go. What is the artist that I'm thinking of with the hat, with the apple? I always forget Magritte, right? I always forget his name, but this looks very Magritte-esque with a water tap on his head. You could see that. Very imaginative. Now, this is something if I walked past this in the museum, I would be like, yeah, I get this. And this is yours, Julian. This is incredible. Incredible museum quality stuff. Amazing. It's time for you to do an actual gallery show, my friend. It absolutely is time. Because look at that, is magnificent. Oh, look at that. God, does that not look like her? Melly, Andy? Oh my God, is that not Mindy? Holy crap. Is this a new piece? Did you use her as an inspiration? Because it's amazing. Wow. And so different and unique. Wow. Look at those pigeons on top of that gate. Wow. Crazy town. More of the Blade Runner thing. Beautiful woman and beautiful angles. Wow, great. A great mirror into the soul. The eyes are the windows of the soul, and the mirror is the one that tells you the truth. Incredible. Beautiful. Now those, I always get my columns wrong. I know that those are not Those are Dorian, right? I always get them wrong. Or those Corinthian. I always get them wrong. I'm not up on my columns. I should be at this point in the game. Living with art major. Beautiful, beautiful shot. And look at this. Edison, even though he didn't really invent the light bulb, even though he didn't. But beautiful. Look at that. Look at all this. We see the roofs of a house. We see the eaves of a building. We see so many different things. It's like a magic mirror. Incredible. Julian, outstanding. Outstanding collection today. One of the best you've done in ages. Look at this. It's just all fantastic. But I have to say, wow, that's incredible. Incredible. Wow. And that, yeah. Thank you so much. The incomparable Julian, everybody. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for your art. Makes us all feel better. I know it does. I know it does. Ken, look up sometimes. Hey, Ken. Great to see you in the room. Great to see you showing off some of your beautiful art. That is amazing. Christ almighty, that's amazing. Wow. What's the story behind this? Do we have any idea? It's mesmerizing. Look at that. I mean, I know Frank Lloyd Wright dabbled in that kind of like Aztec-y Mayan tin metal reliefs, but not over there, I don't think. So I don't know who did this, but it certainly looks like that period of Frank Lloyd Wright. Wow. Look at this. Man, that's a lot of work. Incredible. Incredible, Ken. Look at the detail. Tell me where, Ken. Where is that? Who did it? Who, what, when, where, how? I want to know everything. Please, Ken. Seaweed Seiko Sunday service from Ray. Everybody's favorite West of Ireland guy. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Great shot. Very cool watch, Ray. Very, very cool. Solar diver, 200 meter. With some seaweed on them, some kelp. So, you know, my relatives have up in Sligo, they have a pretty famous, like, I guess it's a massage place, but it's a seaweed and kelp restorative place, and it's right on the main road there in Killala. And they're my distant cousins. They're like my mother's second cousins. So, but yeah, you go there for a kelp and seaweed treatment. You're supposed to come out 10 years younger. Amazing. Look at that. And freshly tilled soil. What are you having? What are you planting there? What are you planting there, Ray? Carolyn Martin, SF shot from San Francisco. Carolyn Martin, the girl with the wrench. Look at this beautiful picture. Holy crap. Look at all the look at God's beautiful earth. We're the stewards of her earth, and yet we don't seem to be up to the responsibility of it with all the nonsense we're up to. That is gorgeous, Carolyn. I'd love to take a stroll there. Amazing. Wow. Beautiful, Carolyn. Andy M says it's falling water. Now, falling water is in my state. It is, so that is Frank. That's the inside. I've never been to Falling Water, but it's here. I could go there. It's here. Frank Lloyd Wright, the house is called Falling Water, one of his most famous things ever. I didn't realize that was in. Is that where you were? Is that where you went? Holy smokes, a Rooney. That's where Ken went. Did he say look up sometimes? He didn't say what it is, but I'm going to take your word for it that that's the interior of Falling Water. An interesting wood. Now, when Carolyn Martin says interesting wood, you have to know that she's thinking about her next pen. So, I mean, you all know the beautiful craftsmanship and amazing detail of her pens. So when she sees a beautiful piece of wood, she's looking at it from how can I create my next pen and what's it going to look like? She's an aficionado of the leño. She loves it. And look at this beautiful piece of wood. Here's a interesting trivia. Neil Peart, the drummer from Rush, his last drum set was made out of like 5,000-year-old wood, or I don't know, 10,000-year-old wood. It was found in a tree stump under a deep lake. A tree had fallen maybe 10,000 years ago, and they took this wood up, and it was some variety they didn't even know what it was, and they dried it out, and it was purchased by a company called DW Drums, and they offered it to him because they made a shell out of it. And he said it was the most resonant wood he'd ever heard in his life. And his last kit, or kits, plural, were made out of this old wood. Wood is an incredible substance that was given to us, and yeah, it's sustainable if we take care of it. Beautiful. I can only imagine your next creation with that, Carolyn. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely magical. Absolutely magical. Interesting wood. That's the Gallery Bastard short one today. But, always great. Thank you, guys.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with
Nathaniel Hannon says, I don't know if it's Kokomo, to be honest. It just makes sense because of where the Kokomo is that isn't in Indiana. Yeah, I don't know what it is either. I thought it was hard to tell because he mumbles. Kokomo, I just think of that terrible Beach Boy song because I don't like Mike Love. He's not a nice Beach Boy. Mork appears to be the master of all he surveys. Indeed. Andy M says, Dirk, do you know of the Magic Roundabout? I don't think so. They did. Oh, is this a musical act? They did a remake with Robbie and Kylie doing the voices. You would enjoy it. Is it a movie? I know. Kids from Sing When You're Winning, which is a great talk about crazy harmonies in that song. One, jump on board, take a ride, yeah, we'll be doing it all night. Amazing. No, I will check that out though. The Magic Roundabout. Thank you, Andy M, for that. Melly C says, to me, yes, it's the lamp. She hisses at Andy M. Oh no. And Mork, why is she doing that? Honey pie. Joe's having a laugh at that. Joe LaFaro says, Julian, absolutely gorgeous. Of course it is. Amazing talent. Julian and Ken, beautiful. Andy thinks it's, oh, you're not sure? No, I love the house. Me too. It's here. Falling Water. You know what? I could Google that real quick. Falling Water. See if it is. I mean, he doesn't live here, so I'm assuming it might very well be in Falling Water interior. Yeah, I don't think so. I know Falling Water's got there's that house in Los Angeles that it's more likely to be. What is the one in Los Angeles, the Frank Lloyd Wright? Yeah, it's more likely to be this one. Let me pull this up. The famous one in Los Angeles. They do a lot of movies, like Blade Runner was shot in it. This thing. See, it's got that Mayan kind of aesthetic. But where's the interior of this thing? It's very cool. But that's not it either, though. But it's very, very, very cool. And look at those chairs. Oy. It's amazing stuff. I wonder what that was. Only he can tell us. Only we will know. Something only we know. Look at this. Is amazing. Look at this crap. That is amazing. I mean, that's the one I was thinking of because there's all that Mayan hoo-ha going on. But I'm totally wrong, right? That's incredible. And I love the patina. But I'm wrong. We'll find out. Look, yeah, this is what the side of the house looks like. Some crazy stuff here. This is amazing work. That's all poured concrete too. See, here's the inside of that. It's got a very similar visual aesthetic, but it's not. It's totally different. But it's very, very, very cool, though. Very, very cool. We'll find out because Ken will tell us, because I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know. Seaweed is fertilizer. Farmer's 84 years old. He rides a Honda 90. Oh, you're doing potatoes. Great. Oh, it's definitely, yeah, I don't think it is from Falling Wine. Well, we'll wait to see what Ken says after he watches the show, because he's obviously not here live. Shout out to you, Ken, for that beautiful stuff. And thank you so very much. Guys, that's the show. Sunday Mass. In nomine Padre, e Filii, e Spiritu Sancti. Thanks, everybody, for joining me on this wonderful thing. Now, don't forget, let me go pull this up. Let me go find it. Hold on. Okay, 1 second. If you have an idea, send it to basherdirk@gmail.com. That is Carolyn's new puppy. Nathaniel already did the business. He named his cat Gizmo, but this beautiful one needs a lamp. She's putting them in. She's putting them in a hat, and I can't believe you're going that way, but I think it's cute and fun. But this is her beautiful new puppy. If anybody wants to, come up with a name that she might find suitable for this beautiful, beautiful baby, and I think that's so sweet. Yeah, I'm not going to put a name in the ring, because I think it should be up to the Bashers, because she said so. So thanks, guys, so very much. Thank you. I'll see you guys. I might see you tomorrow. Depends if because I have that T-Mobile thing. I want to test it out and see if I can actually go on the streets of New York. And because I unfortunately have AT&T, which it's got very spotty service for high definition video. And I know that the T-Mobile network is supposed to be seamless here. So I downloaded I got like a prepaid card for a month, which I haven't activated yet. And I can actually use that SIM and use their network. So I'll be broadcasting on a much stronger network, so I can give you better content, which is something that I strive to do every single time I go out there. And I'll be back on the DJI, because it'll just be me solo, and just me and you, me and the Bashers. I'll have my perfect audio, and hopefully I'll have perfect video to finally match it. And thanks so much. So, guys, go in peace to love and serve the Bash. This is Father Dirk, and you and yours. In nomine Padre, e Filii, e Spiritu Sancti. I'll see you either tomorrow or back on Tuesday for Speedy Tuesday.
The choir sweet hymn, it lifts a sigh of prayer all the days our hearts desire. It's Sunday Mass to be inspired.
We gather here, our faith like fire.
Together we're strong.